everybody, welcome to my episode. Just a short little intro to let you know why I'm making it. And it's basically because I've been researching haunted places and ghost stories, all that sort of thing, to find the truth, get the facts, so that you don't go and investigate some of these well-known places with the wrong information. That's what I normally do. And normally I will stay away from skinwalkers or anything like that that has a belief system attached to it, because it's just respect. But in this instance, I've been seeing a lot of episodes by paranormal investigators that are stating that they're interacting with these beings, being chased by them, hurt by them, scared by them, la-di-da-di-da. And some of them are encountering these creatures in places where simply they just wouldn't be, because they're part of the Navajo and Southwest tribe belief system. So why would they be in England or whatever? But that could lead into a full other conversation. But my point is, it's traditionally a Navajo belief attached to their creation story, the five-fingered people, which that's what we are. So I wanted to talk about it, touch on a few of the points to give you an idea, so that when next time you're watching an episode where they claim to interact, you can take what I'm telling you and kind of put two and two together, whether or not you think they're telling the truth, being respectful, which most everyone I've seen are not being respectful. Yeah, just see what you take from it. And if you want to learn more about the Navajo teachings, there's a great channel on YouTube, the Navajo Traditional Teachings. I'll put a link to that channel in my description below. I love watching it. I just love listening to the stories. But in the meantime, watch my little episode. Hopefully this gives you a sort of a basic idea of what a skinwalker actually is, and why the Navajo and the Southwest tribes prefer not to speak about them, and why one should be careful when interacting. So enjoy the episode, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's free, okay, to do that. All right, thanks, guys. Enjoy the episode. So we have the Black World. The Black World was an island that basically floated in mist. It didn't have any life on it other than bugs, one tree, and there was no corporeal formed humans or beings. There was just the mist people. Eventually, however, man and woman did develop in that world, along with some other beings. It got crowded, they bickered, and they needed to get out of that world, and they did. And they climbed up, so to speak, to the second world, which was the blue world. There were lots of beings that lived in the blue world. The blue jay, the blue heron, lots of blue things, and also the powerful swallow people lived there. And the swallow people made the world, or the second world, very unpleasant for all of those who'd come up from the first world. There was fighting and there was killing. So man did everything he possibly could to make everybody happy, but it didn't work. So finally, man found a black stone called jet. He made a wand. He made some other wands too, but I'll just stick to the one wand, the jet wand. And he encouraged everybody to climb upon the wand and climb up and out of the second world into the third world, which is the yellow world. It was large. There were lots of things there, and there was a great river. So the great river crossed the land from the north to the south. That was the female river. And there was another river crossing it from the east to the west, which was the male river. The male river flowed through the female river, and there was basically a crossing of waters. So there was tons of animals that got introduced into the yellow world. Squirrels, chipmunks, mice, turkeys, spiders, lizards, a water monster, turquoise boy, the coyote, and the 4 sacred mountains. For whatever reason, the coyote decided to take the water monster's baby. And when the water monster found this out, he got really, really angry. So he decided to make it rain. And it rained and it rained and it rained. And the water rose higher and higher. So then the world began to flood. So First man didn't know what to do. He planted a tree, but this didn't grow higher than the water. He planted a pine tree, but the pine tree was too short. He planted a male reed. The reed was still too short. Finally, man planted a female reed, and this reed grew to the sky. The beings climbed onto the female reed. They started to climb up, and when they got to the top, they found another world. And this is the fourth world, the white world. This is the place where all beings live today. The four sacred mountains are the essence of life and cosmic harmony for the Navajo. So these mountains held the necessities for Navajo: food, water, timber, vegetation. The rivers flowed through them. And by cherishing the mountains and not wasting resources, the Navajo could earn their livelihood. The Great Spirit for the Navajo is the creator of everything. He is the creator of good. He is the creator of life, everything. He is the creator of all that is good. Then we have the evil one. The evil one is indeed evil. Everything about him. Nothing is good about him. He is here to create havoc and break down families, cause destruction. It is his goal to make every being on the planet miserable. And this come about, honestly, because when the Great Spirit created the five-fingered people and the holy people, the evil one didn't like it. The evil one ended up going to the second world and setting it on fire in rebellion. He also had demons that assisted him in his quest to create havoc and spread evil and do harm. Now, the demons don't have a physical form. The demons can simply manipulate living things. And that's where we get to the story of the Skinwalker. So within the Navajo belief system, they have medicine men and women. Medicine men learn the good ways and the bad ways. They need to learn the evil ways so they can protect against the evil ways. But what happens is power, knowledge becomes enticing to him. Worldly things become enticing to him. Family no longer matters. So he makes a deal with a demon, and the demon says, "You'll be fast, you'll be powerful, and what you have to do is kill someone you love. When you do this, you will prove yourself to the evil one, and you will be granted the ability to take the form of that you kill." So basically, that's what happens. The human is enticed by the demon to kill someone he loves. Once he's done that, the demon says, "Bravo, here you go. Now you have the power. Whatever animal you kill going forward, be it a bear, a coyote, a wolf, wear the skin of that animal that you have killed, and you will be able to harness all the powers of that animal. You will be able to also turn yourself into that animal, take their form." If you start to ask about a skinwalker and all of the goings on and how this happens, the Navajo are very concerned, because it means you're seeking knowledge and it could lead to you being consumed by the evil ways. They don't like to mutter the word skinwalker. They don't even really like to discuss the evil one. They protect themselves with prayer, and they also, for protection, carry a little pouch. Within that pouch, they might have things like turquoise, corn pollen, which is very meaningful within the Navajo belief system. They may carry symbols to protect themselves. So you can put anything that you believe will protect you into this little pouch. Carry it with you always, say prayers, and therefore you should be safe from the evil one and the Skinwalker. There have been stories that the Navajo tell where they have managed to scare a Skinwalker away. So there are certain rituals that they can do to do this, but they prefer not to speak of it. And in fact, in this day and age, the Navajo do indeed still go to visit people and assist them with problems like this. So the Skinwalker is not a joke. It's not something to be made fun of. It's not something to put in your videos and say, oh, my dog turned into a Skinwalker or whatever. Highly unlikely that your dog is going to be possessed by a Skinwalker. Highly unlikely that your cat will be possessed. And indeed, if you're chased down by a Skinwalker, according to the law of the Navajo, it's highly unlikely you'll survive. So take all that on board. I hope I've approached it with a respectful tone. The other most important thing to remember is Skinwalkers do not exist outside of the Four Mountains and the Navajo Nation. It is a Navajo belief. There are other creatures on the planet that have shape-shifting abilities, but then they would have their own names. They are not Skinwalkers. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for watching.